Evet arkadaşlar, hoş geldiniz. Bugün sizlerle birlikte 11. bölümdeyiz. 11. Trafik masasındaki görevlerimiz tamamlanmıştı. Cinayet masasına terfi edilmiştik. Tam da bu ekrandaydık. Yani bölüm sonunda tam da buradaydık. Los Angeles polisinde. Davamızı kapattık. Bir Hollywood davasıydı. Aşağı yukarı 2,5-3 saattir ekran böyle. Arkada yattım, dinlendim biraz. Yani dinlendim dedim, yani uyumadım da yemek yedim, bir şeyler yaptım. 11. bölüme hazırız. Hemen enter'lıyorum. Dosyayı da kaydetsin. Ulan kaydetmemiş aslında. Bir çıksam şimdi var ya, sıçtıydık ha. Neyse. 6 ay sonra. Lipstick Murder. No. Evet. Guys.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and
Evet, yeni ortağımla
I
birlikte.
recognize that guy from the papers. He's a cop.
Evet.
I don't mind that you're talking, so long as you don't mind that I'm not listening.
Bir bakalım neredeyiz sence? Karakoldayız.
I'd rather you took the wheel.
Ha, araba da değişmiş. Galiba.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the deck.
Where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
For Dalya, the Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Are we any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, fellas. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it. Hey, come on!
Any central unit, car 16L reports a possible jumper at 8 and Hope, the Methodist Church. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
11K, go ahead.
11K.
Başka bir vakaya gitti şu an, biliyorsunuz.
I'll do it! So help me God, I'll jump!
Atla
I
lan.
need to get up there. Let me do the talking, detective. I know a ton of this psychology stuff. You take the back alley and find a way up there.
Come on, Phelps, let's get moving.
Are you jumping? Make sure you warn me before you do.
I will! Wait, what?
You think this thing can hold you, Rusty?
I'll bring you down with me, Phelps.
Maşallah.
Come on then, Lightfoot.
Ne sağlam borularmış ha. Her yerde bu borucu yapmış.
No offense, but I don't want you splashed on my shoes.
Are you crazy? What are you trying to do?
I remember my first jumper. Could have soaked them up.
This what you wanted?
I can't do it. I'll come quietly. I need some help. Please. You gotta get me some help.
You're a danger to yourself and to others.
Ne oldu? Çok kolay ikna oldu. Hiçbir şey yapmadı galiba. Fikrimi değiştirdi. Neyse. Maşallah. Evet yani biraz bizim ortağın oldu ve biz cinayet masasına terfi almadık mı? Zaten. Aradan 6 ay sonra dedi ama yani 6 ay sonra falan mı bir şey oldum yani? Cinayet masasına terfi oldum. O şeyden sonra. Neyse çok kafamı şey yapmayayım.
So wait for the next turning and go right.
KGP Alpha Century Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Century Unit identify.
Şu an başka bir yere gidiyoruz. O yüzden yanıtlayamam. 11. video için gereken sokak şeyini yapmış bulunmaktayım zaten. Bir dakika. Telefonda bir şey bakacağım. Şöyle bir yandan da ağzına yere yapayım. Tamam. Evet. Burası olması lazım.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Ayakkabı izleri. Evet, inşallah bakabiliyoruzdur. Belki ayakkabının... Hayda. Hayda. Evet arkadaşlar, bu video yaş kısıtlaması geldi.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane.
Artı 13
It's a
olması lazım bu
working
video.
neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with. cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Çenesi yarılmış kızın ya.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Uf, kafası çok şey olmuş ya. Orası değil ya. Şimdi parmağımız nerede? Burada.
Interesting.
Ne görmemiz gerekiyor burada? Tamam. Bak 1, 2, 3, 4. Tamam bu kadarmış.
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dalya, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
8 numara ayakkabı izi.
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Bu ne?
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Dünya haritası oğlum işte. Bir aşağı in ya. Hayır ya. Ha dur. Tamam.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
Yani aşağıdakini hareket ettiremiyorsak. Onda hiçbir şey yoktur yani tarak var abi. Neler var şimdi? Bu ne? Lipstick değil mi lan?
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Aynen. Cesette kullanmış olamaz. Başka bir şey yok mu onun içinde? Gerizekalı al. Tamam yokmuş. Tarağı da alalım bir de. Ya. Sıçacağım şimdi keyfini amına koyayım.
Find anything interesting?
Tarağa bakacaktım da olur olmaz ya. Ha gayret. Ya. Sikeceğim şu el bilek olayını amına koyayım. Ha, çevir. Çevir. Marka falan bak. Belki marka falan bakarız. Aman hiçbir şey yok bunda ya kesin.
When we get to the bomba, man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Başka bir şey var mı konuşmak
I need
için?
to get back to it, Phelps.
Tamam.
Is the king in refreshment, ice cold.
Her biri bir sebep var. Cevap çıkar. Halka sor. Tüm bir soru. Dalya. Rusty.
Every man for himself.
The werewolf?
For my money, copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. Caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens... Calm down!
Ben susturdum.
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD theaters will rip out the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
All units in the vicinity in any Century unit. A 211 is shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identify.
Careful, you'll cause an accident.
Ne oldu lan? Allah Allah. Ya diyor ki burada şey ya diyor ki yapamayacağız diyor, anladın mı? Boşuna uğraşıyoruz diyor. Ben dedim ki işte sen dedim bu davat 6 aydır çalışıyorsun. Ben bugün halledeceğiz. Bamba Club.
I think he's a bit of a guy.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Oydu galiba lan.
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Yok yok. Bu değildi. Bu muydu?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine is...
House officer.
Was.
That's the spirit. Find me another.
Lovely woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Doğru söylüyor ya.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes, at around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Olur. Çok vallahi makbule geçer.
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Yalan söylüyor. Şimdi şüpheli mi yalan mı? İşte bak bu biraz şey.
I think you
kanıt
know
yok.
where the ring came from, and I
Bizde
think
bir kanıt olmadığı için şüphe.
Okay, I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Tamam, 2'de 2 çektik abi.
You know the husband?
Sure, I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Kendine emin gözük.
Was he ever violent with her?
Celine came in here last night looking like she'd taken a slap.
Hmm.
They don't live together anymore, so it might not have been him.
Thanks,
Siktir,
Mr. Cole.
yanlış.
You've been a big help. One more thing.
3'te 2.
Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Tamam.
I think he's a bit of a gangster. He treats me nice.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool is just starting to warm up nicely.
Bu ne? Ceket. Bir dakika. Şu bakabiliyor mu o deftere? O deftere bakabilmem lazım. Önemli çünkü.
Nothing significant.
Ya nasıl çıktı bu? Ne demek nothing significant? Abi dayı bak kod check diye bir bölüm var.
Operator, give
Bölüm
me
var.
R&I.
Eğer oraya bıraktıysa kod ceketini.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Yanında geleni de bulabiliriz yani.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks for your help.
Bir dakika belki kanıt vardır orada yani.
You ought to meet Bill's buddy. He's nice. Really.
You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey. A waitress. Can I have another spoon? Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
O illa o tarafa gitmemi istiyor.
She drove me up to Mojave. I think he's a bit of a ganguero. But
Henry'nin malikanesi.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, fellas.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
Sorunun bir ortakla karşı karşıyayız. Bizim yapabileceklerimizin potansiyelini görmüyor.
Run, everyone!
Take the next right. Give me a break.
Slow down, idiot.
Watch it, will you?
O siktir. Oradan geçerim sandım ama değilmiş, sadece geçildi.
You're gonna kill someone!
Oğlum bu mahalleler ne olmuş böyle? Hep yamalı yamalı böyle ya, betonlu yolda. Demek ki bunlarda reis yok galiba. Belediye reisi yok galiba ki yol yapan biri yok. Hep yamalar mı bakayım?
Phelps!
What are you, liquored up?
Ne oldu? Ne oldu? Bir şey mi var? Bir sorun mu
He
var?
just refuses
Bir sorun mu var?
to his hurt.
Leave him be.
Bir sorun mu var abi? Bir sorun mu var? Bir sorun mu var ha? Bir sorun mu var?
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Hadi bakayım. Evde kimse var mı ya?
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Camdan bakalım bizde. Biri var mı? Kimse yok gibi ama. Aha, cam kırık.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Biri bizden önce bir şeyler aramış burada.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Bu ne?
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Niye böyle yukarı doğru attırdı benim kamerayı? Bir dakika. Ya çok hızlı gidiyorsun amına koyayım ya. Shift tuşuna basmıyorum, koşuyor aman evin içinde ya.
Selena and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being her husband. Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty. Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Da hiçbir şey yok mu burada ya? Bir tek bu gözlüğü alıyor eline. Şimdi sikeceğim belasını.
Doesn't tell me anything. Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
Oha. Oğlum 8 numara ayakkabı arıyoruz. Biz 9 numara ayakkabı bulduk. Tamam. Tüm evi amına yani çok hızlı koştuğumuz için.
Maybe. No.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Tamam bitti galiba ya. Şuradaki bir kabin var, ona gideyim bakayım. Minicik bir kabin. Nasıl açılmıyor mu? Bu ne? Gazete var yerde. Çöplere bakalım. Hiçbir şey yok burada ya. Bak sağ gidiyor, bak var la kafasına kıracağım şimdi oyunu ya. Hiçbir şey yok abi burada, yürü gel. Mekan. Ve bak bitmemiş, görüyorsun değil mi? Bitmemiş. Neyse. Oğlum benim yanındaki burada Buradaki mavi şey ne? Aa, yatak odası hiç girmedim.
A regular Amelia Earhart her day. The ring looks distinctive. Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
O ne? Bak, hiçbir şey demediğine göre. İşimize yarayacak bir şey var mı acaba? Hiçbir şey yok. Burada ne var? Tamam, hiçbir şey yok. Bu ne?
Not sure this means much.
Bu ne lan? Fırın makinesi mi bu? Oğlum ev niye çöp gibi ya? Kadın ayrıldıktan sonra hiçbir şey yapmamış. Kasteyi buldum.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal
You
with it.
said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Komşuya gideceğiz, komşuya.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Tamam, oturdun. Şimdi söyle bakayım, hadi devamını söyle. Şşş. Sen devamını anlat lan. Neyse. Bu adam da niye beni takip ediyor şimdi var ya. Bu ne oğlum, herkes bir yere gidiyor. Şşş. Nereye gidiyorsunuz böyle? Bakayım, hemen bir kıyafetimizi değiştirelim. Adaletin koruyucusu. Chicago.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
Yok böyle yemedim. Bu güzel. Tamam, buradaki işimizi bitirdik.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking
Evet,
more and more
bitirdik.
likely.
For my money, the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in. Keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Eyvah. Oy, aferin lan size. Hadi lan oradan. Jacob Henry'nin
Okay,
dairesi.
going hard. Follow my lead.
Hayda.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
That she's...
We're gonna have a look around, and we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
I get even the slightest hint.
I don't think so.
Ne demek iTunes Toxic? Oğlum ben İngilizce unuttum ya. Vallahi bak var ya kafayı yiyeceğim onu. I don't think so. Ha. Ha, kaç numara ayakkabısı var mı? 11. Okudum abi, okudum ben. Sen rahat ol.
Size 11s.
He'll be back in.
Ben bu adamın yapmadığını inandım abi. Niye? Bak ne yazdığı gözüküyor. I need you. Teşekkür ederim ne için? My wife mı? Ha, benim karım. Ha.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Kesin bir şey. Neyse.
Probably not.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
İşte bak yalan söylüyor abi ya. Şimdi yalan dersem not defterinden bir şey söylemem lazım. Tamam, yalan.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
Heh, hadi bakayım. Şimdi.
Are you finished? I'd like some time to grieve for my wife.
Nasıl ya?
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here, I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. Not the going out type.
Siktir lan yalancı.
So you were here, tucked up in bed, while someone was out there beating your wife's brains out. That's all you've got?
Talk to the bartender at the Bomba Club. He'll tell you he called here last night and I answered the phone.
Eyvah. Şimdi 4'te 0
When
çekersek
did you
sıçtık.
last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Doğru.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
İyi. Bir tane doğru.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Bir şüpheli.
You went to her house, you fought, you beat her, she left, and then you followed her.
I left first. She tried to batter me with a frying pan. I had to slap her down.
Understandable.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
You're not being rational. What?
Gerizekalı bizim ortak. Bak kışkırttı adamı. Adamı kışkırttı.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Yani bu adamın yani suçu yoksa bile adamı yani çileden çıkartıyor bizim ortak.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
How can I help,
I
Detective?
need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks.
Teşekkür.
Any other messages?
Yok.
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Hemen gidelim. Hemen. Mendez'e gideceğiz, sonra polise.
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Mendez'in dairesine geldik şimdi. numaralıydı.
What's a 5-star goddamn wedding?
Alonzo
Mendez, apartment 16.
Tamam. Zaten biliyorduk bunu. 16. İlk katta değildir abi, değil mi? Kaçıncı kattaymış? Son kat. Kesinlikle ta ilerideki değil. AP değilmiş. Ha, bir kat daha varmış, gerideki. 3. kata çıkmış. Tamam. Kesinlikle ilerideki değil.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Eyvah. Mendez abi. Mendez.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. Better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Oğlum direkt sanki biliyormuş gibi bu odaya gitmedim mi?
What gives?
LAPD, you're under arrest.
Hayda.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there.
Daha ipucu bile bulmadan daha direkt cinayetleri bulmak.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Get in and drive.
Don't need this.
Eyvah. Arabanın frenleri o kadar iyi değilmiş.
Gonna kill someone.
Gerizekalı ya.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Oyda takla attı herif.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Hands behind your head.
Evet, bir davayı da bitirdik galiba. Çünkü hemen şöyle devam ettireyim.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Söyleme.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Bizim adama içki vermediler ya. Çocuk adam gülüyordu, birden yüzü asıldı amına koyayım. Yani biraz gene evet dediğim gibi dava kapandı. Şüpheli çantada keklik. Sen Jacob'u nezarette terlerken bıraksan bile. Evet, bu da bitti. Bir bölümün daha sonuna geldik. Hepiniz kendinize dikkat edin. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek dileğiyle arkadaşlar. O da ne oluyor? 12. bölüm. Yani siz sandınız mı bitecek burada bölüm yani? Pardon, yani seri bitecek. Yok. 12. bölümde görüşürüz arkadaşlar. O daha da sonra, yani şimdi sadece şimdilik başlangıcını göstereceğim. Çünkü kapatırsam şimdi o ara sahne gidecek. Yani evet, şu kaydedilmesi için çıkmamam gerekiyor. Ama sahneyi de size göstermemi istiyorum. Burada da ESC falan basılmıyor şu an. Evet, bir bölüm daha bitirdik burada. Sahneyi izleyelim. Daha sonra sessizce dağılalım. Evet. Sıradaki davamızı gördünüz. Altın kelebek. Görüşmek dileğiyle. Şu anlık hemen şöyle göstereyim. Adalet Bakanlığı'nın şeyini. Tamamlanan hikaye davaları 8'de 21. Yani 8 tane dava tamamladık şu an sizlerle birlikte. 21 tane davadan. Sürülen araba çeşitli 95 tane varmış. Biz 3 tane sizden keşfedilen şey falan bu kadar. Araştırmada harcanan zaman 36 dakika. 71 soru sormuşuz. 71 tane soru sormuşuz. 23 tanesini doğru cevaplayabilmişiz. 7 tanesi yanlış cevaptan kaynaklıymış. 9 tanesi ise kanıt yetersizliğinden. Öyle en yüksek hız 87'ye ulaşmışım. Son hız böyleymiş. Tamam, en yüksek ara zıplamanın altı. Vurduğun yumruklar, yediğin yumruklar. İyi, güzel, başarılıyız. 24'e 5. Vurulan düşmanlar. 48 tane düşman öldürmüşüm. 26 tane headshot. Oyun süresi 5 saat 48 dakika. Yürüyerek kat edilen mesafe 6.48 mil. Ya böyle. Böyle istatistiklerimize de bakmış olduk. Şimdi arkadaşlar bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek dileğiyle deyip dağılıyoruz. Hepiniz kendinize iyi bakın.